Hey, it's Jeff Walker. I'm the author of the #1 New York Times bestseller, Launch, and I've got a really sweet offer for you. I will send you a physical hard copy of my book for free, no strings attached. All I ask is you help pay the shipping and handling, and I'll send this out to you right away. You see, back when I started my first online business in 1986, I was a stay-at-home dad with 2 young kids. Hadn't held a job or made any money in 6 years. I was being 100% supported by my wife. But over the next 8 years, I created a formula for launching new products and businesses, and I've now taught that formula to over 10,000 students, and they've done over $500 million in sales. And now, after 10 years of teaching my formula in high-end online training courses and in live workshops, I published Launch. It's my first ever physical bookstore book. And in this book, I teach the formula that's literally launched thousands of products and businesses. That's what this book is about. It's about building your business fast. Whether you've already got a business or you're itching to start one, this is your recipe for getting more traction, for creating almost instant momentum. Think about it. What if you could launch like Apple or the big Hollywood studios? What if your prospects eagerly counted down the days until they could buy your product? What about if you could create such powerful positioning in your market that you all but eliminated your competition? And what if you could do all that no matter how humble your business or how humble your budget? It's all in this book, and none of it is theory. None of it's theory. It's all based on real-world results from thousands of launches by me and by my students and clients. That's probably why there are already more than 500 5-star reviews on Amazon for Launch. So I decided to put together a crazy special offer for you and just clear these out. So this is the deal. I will send you a physical hard copy of this book for free. I've already bought it for you. Just enter your name and email address on this page. And then on the next page, we'll get your shipping information. All I ask is you help me out with the shipping and handling. And as an added incentive, I've got 2 free gifts for you. First, I'll send you a case study from one of my students. He started from scratch and built a 6-figure business. Then I'll send you 3 in-depth and super valuable training videos that will walk you through my entire launch process. These videos have strategies in them that others have paid thousands of dollars for. And I'm going to send them to you for free, just for helping me by ordering the book and helping me clear out some of these without the #1 New York Times banner. So that first bonus video teaches you about my Sideways sales letter. That's the secret sauce that powers these launches. It's how you sell super effectively without being hypey or salesy. The second video is all about the seed launch. And that's the kind of launch where you can start from scratch, even if you don't have a product or any type of a list or any type of a following. And then the third video, well, that's my product launch formula blueprint. And basically that starts with a top-down 30,000-foot view of the entire launch process. And then it quickly zooms in on each step. You'll get these videos for free as part of the special offer. All you need to do is fill out your name and email on this page, and we'll get your shipping details on the next page. Now, over 10,000 people have gone through my product launch trainings, and they've paid anywhere from $2,000 all the way up to $25,000. But for years, people have asked me, Jeff, can't you just take your training and distill it down for the mass public? Well, that's exactly what I've done with Launch. In this book, I walk you through every step of my formula, starting with creating your overall launch strategy, then moving through the all-important process of building your first email list, or building a stronger list if you've already got an email list. Then I'll walk you through every step of your launch. First, I cover the pre-launch, which is something I've never taught in public before. And I've only covered it in my high-end trainings that cost thousands of dollars. But in Launch, I'll give you the 10 things you must do in your pre-launch. Those are the things that will get your prospects eagerly waiting for you before you've even announced your launch. Then in Chapter 7, I'll teach you the pre-launch. And this is where the magic really happens. Before I created my formula, no one even talked about pre-launches. But now I've turned it into an art form. But it's an art form that's easy to follow. It's got an easy to follow script, and I'll give you that script for each one of your pre-launch videos. So that way you'll have your prospects in your market begging for you to let them buy your product. How's that for a switch, right? Chapter 8 is all about your actual launch. How do you get maximum sales and momentum from the minute you open up your shopping cart, lasting all the way through to the crazy rush of orders at the end of your launch? That's the way it always ends, with a huge amount of orders coming in right on that last day. So what do you do each step of the way? There's a formula for that. It's been tested over thousands of launches, and it's all in this book. And there's so much more. Chapter 9 is about seed launches. Those are the best launches when you don't have a business or a product or even an email list. This is how you get started. Chapter 10, that's all about joint venture launches. And that's where you use the power of other people's lists. You have affiliate partners mail their list about your launch. And JV launches, well, it's like pouring gasoline on a fire. It's how I actually made $1 million in sales in less than an hour. $1 million in sales in less than an hour. I know it's amazing. In fact, it's pretty crazy for me to even say something like $1 million in sales in a single hour, because I had the most humble beginnings you can imagine. Back in 1996, when I first started my online business, I was just a stay-at-home dad. I was taking care of a couple of babies back at home. There was barely enough money to go around, and I was just looking for some way to help support the family. But once I started that business, I started to figure out a few things out. And I quickly developed this underground process for launching new products and businesses with crazy, unprecedented success. And after I started teaching my formula to other entrepreneurs, well, the results were simply breathtaking. Tiny little home-based businesses started doing launches that sold tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars in sales with their launches. What I have here, what I'm going to send you for free, is the treasure map into that world. It's an almost secret world of digital entrepreneurs who create cash-on-demand paydays with their product launches and business launches. Now, whether you have an existing business or you have a service-based business and you want to develop your own products so that way you can leverage your time and impact, or you're still in the planning phase, this is how you start fast. This formula is how you engineer massive success. Now, the question is, are you going to start slow and fade away from there? Or are you ready for a launch that will change the future of your business and your life? Now is your time to launch. And I would love to put this book in your hands for free. Just enter your name and email address, and then on the next page, we'll get your shipping information. We'll send this right out for you. You know, I'm honored about what people have already said about this book. Many of them have been my mentors and teachers. Dan Sullivan, he's the founder of Strategic Coach. He said, the title of this book, Launch, is uniquely appropriate because Jeff Walker is a pioneer innovator of online marketing launches, as well as the online marketing industry's foremost teacher. The career of thousands of successful online entrepreneurs have already been launched by Jeff's extraordinarily practical concepts, structures, strategies, tools, and processes. Launch is a must-read for all marketers, the go-to handbook for making money selling anything on the internet. Reed Tracy, he's the CEO of Hay House Publishing, said, this book is a must-read for everyone trying to influence and change people's lives in a positive way. It's a great business book, but it's also much more than a business book. I plan to get a copy for every Hay House author. And then New York Times bestselling author Michael Hyatt of Platform University said, this is not just a book, it's a license to print money. Okay, maybe I'm overstating it a bit, but not by much. I used Jeff's product launch formula to create a 7-figure plus business I absolutely love. And unlike some successful entrepreneurs, he holds nothing back. It's all here, proven strategy, real-world examples, and step-by-step instructions. Everything you need to create a business you're crazy about while making an incredible living doing it. So I've got a limited number of copies available. If you're seeing this page, then I've still got some copies available and ready for you. Enter your name and email, and I'll send you this book right away. You know, since I started from scratch way back in 1996, it's been an amazing ride. I've been incredibly blessed. And I've been able to make a lot of money and provide a great lifestyle for my family. But just as important to me, I've also been able to make an incredible impact on thousands of entrepreneurs. And it's that impact that gets me amped up every morning. That's why I wrote Launch. It took me years to write this book. It was a huge labor of love. And now I want to launch it into the world to help as many entrepreneurs as I can. So I'm going to close with one simple ask. When I send you this book, please blog about it, tweet about it, put up a YouTube video about it, Facebook about it, email your friends and contacts about it, and leave a review on Amazon.com. Help me spread the word. Help me help thousands of entrepreneurs. Get your free copy of Launch right now. Just enter your name and email address on this page to get started.